Nathaniel Wood has just put a stamp on UFC London by completely dismantling and battering Charles Rosa for 3 rounds. Some moments it was more competitive than others, but honestly, that is the best performance I've ever seen from Nathaniel Wood, and it completely went above and beyond my expectations for that fight. I thought Nathaniel would go in there and maybe TKO him in the second round, but now I'm extremely happy that fight went the distance, because we've seen exactly what we needed to see from featherweight Nathaniel Wood. His first fight in the UFC at featherweight, I believe he had a featherweight fight a very long time ago in the regional scene at Cage Warriors or something like that, but oh my, right, okay, let's firstly talk about Charles Rosa being tough as nails, right? Wood was just knocking him over every 10 seconds. You'd see Rosa fall to the ground, whether it be from one of Wood's massive leg kicks or just from being like going for a takedown and Wood just tossing him off, or Wood tripping him. Wood tripped him loads and loads of times, and obviously Rosa went in there to try and take him down, but Wood wasn't having any of it. I am actually ecstatic because I love Nathaniel Wood, right? I've DM'd him a few times on Instagram and gotten a few responses, and the guy is just such a great guy. His YouTube videos are so helpful for up and coming MMA fighters like myself, someone who looks to train and looks to, you know what I mean? Like it's just like unbelievably great to watch. But I can't even tell you about that performance I've just seen. I was just like, I'm normally shouting at the TV, screaming when a fighter that I love wins, but that fight I was just sat just watching it. The leg kicks he was landing and how Rosa would go in for the takedown, and he would smother the takedown. He would step in at the perfect times. He would step in and body him, trip him up. And Rosa was getting very desperate, was swinging wildly, caught Wood with a few things. Wood had a small cut above the side of his eye, but I mean, Wood gets caught in every fight. It's just, I think he's just a scar tissue around there. But I love Nathaniel Wood at welterweight. I feel like he was a bit chinny and a bit more tentative, and he couldn't really be that bulldozer at 135 just because his camps were so focused on just making weight. Like that video that came out of Nathaniel Wood being all skinny and veiny and stuff, he still had 7 kilos to lose in that video, right? So that just shows you the extreme weight cuts. But he looked thick. He looked just a bit smaller than someone like Arnold Allen or like Alexander Volkanovski, someone like that. Bit smaller, but he still looked phenomenal. I can't even describe it. I can't even describe how good he looked. I'm so impressed. I'm overly impressed, and I'm just a massive fan of Nathaniel Wood. Hoping he does big things. If he keeps building up this body and not even think about going back to 135, he looked unreal. He looked sensational. He was tripping Rosa up, making faces. They were talking to each other. I think Rosa was getting a bit like, fuck, I really need to do something here. But I mean, fair play to Nathaniel Wood. Maybe next, give him someone like, I don't know, who could we give him next at featherweight? Not a ranked guy just yet, but give him somebody outside the top 15 at featherweight, and just let him build into the weight class. This was his first fight at 145 in his hometown, massive crowd against a wrestler and jiu-jitsu guy in Charles Rosa, who's from a fighting family as well. Obviously, like his uncle and his grandfather and all that were like karate guys, boxers, this type of thing. So, extremely tough guy as well. He managed to withstand it. Those leg kicks were getting him though, because every time Nathaniel would land a leg kick, he would go down. It was something like 27 leg kicks or something that were counted as significant strikes, and that might not sound a lot if you're someone like Jordan Levitt who just taps the inside leg and it counts as a strike. These were like punishing. These were like even standing quite close, just a bap front lead leg would knock him over, trip him up. Nathaniel Wood, one to look out for. I had a bet that he would win in the first round. I just put a pound on in the first round. It was decision, which is more realistic, but I just thought Nathaniel Wood would come out 2 years off, out the cage, pented up aggression, and I am so happy I was very disappointed when his fight in March got pulled from the card, but now I'm actually much more happy because the original fight in March was at bantamweight. I'm so happy he just didn't stick at bantamweight. He just was like, fuck it, I'm not doing another weight cut for someone to pull out. I think that was the big reason of why he actually moved to 145, healthier, and if he's cutting all that weight and someone pulls out, it's just too draining, too detrimental on his physique, his body, his strength. He looked so strong. He looked like a bulldozer. His boxing looked so crisp. His defense was incredible as well. He was doing his quick twitch muscle was just on it. It's going out the way, in the way, out and in like a bullet. Fair play to Nathaniel Wood. Absolutely love the man to bits. Great, really he's like a really, really great guy that can chat shit when he needs to chat shit, and he can boast in the fight. He pretty much let Rosa just take him down in the last 5 seconds. They were kind of up against the cage, and he put his hands up. He started clapping, and Rosa kind of jumped on top of him, and he was just clapping while Rosa was trying to work in the last 10 seconds. He was just clapping because he was on the cage after. No post-fight interview. I was so sad about that, but I think the card's really behind because it's all been decisions. Like, it's 7:30 now. The main card was meant to start at 7, and there's still 2 more fights left of the prelims. But I'm not watching them. I just want to get on here and make this video about Nathaniel Wood, because Nathaniel Wood, a massive fan of his, and I was expecting him to come out and look good, but I did not expect him to come out and look as built as he did, and he looked like a bulldozer. Like he looked a bit small, but then that was when he was kind of like I couldn't really see him properly with Rosa. He's a little tank, and he's going to obviously build on his physique now, get stronger, get faster. I knew his cardio would hold up because he fought at 140 against Casey Kenny, so that's only like 1.5 kilos difference. Or no, like 2 kilos difference anyway. So I'm very, very over the moon with that performance. I'm going to get this uploaded, get you guys on board. Comment your thoughts, what you think about Nathaniel Wood. I think he's an up-and-coming star. He's a superstar. He's fantastic. I'm kind of just ranting on, but obviously fair play to Charles Rosa for getting Nathaniel Wood, giving him a good fight in his hometown. Hoping to see what Nathaniel can do next. Obviously, I'm thinking someone's still outside the top 15, or you could give him top 15 guy. But I think let Nathaniel Wood make some money. Let him fight out his contract, get a new contract, make some money, build up these performances. Just let him work. Like, he's a great guy, honestly, and I think you can kind of see that's the best fight we've had so far. The card's been pretty dull so far. A lot of decisions, only one finish. Yes, this one went to a decision as well, but it was definitely fight of the night so far. It was a fun fight. It was really fun, and Nathaniel Wood came out looking like a fucking prospect. The prospect looked like a bulldozer. I cannot wait to see what he does next. I'm in pieces. I'm sweating. I'm knackered. I wasn't planning on making any videos, but I've decided to. Fuck it. Let's make some videos today. Thank you all. Subscribe, like, comment. Thank you.